Good evening and welcome to the first cast of TFY for Oz Fortress Season 17. Tonight we've got Intoxicated versus Elo Assassins. I am joined by Foslam with Wiethoofd on cam. How are you?
It's Oxy, not Foslam, friend.
It's Oxy,
It's fine.
yes.
No, it's fine. All med mains are the same. I get the same thing, dude. It's alright. They can all press left click and press the right click, so I understand where you're coming from. You might be the first and you might be the last.
What actually happened there was I was reading Slack while doing that, and just Foslam's names popped up, so you can blame him for that, not my fault.
It's a very, very appealing name. He's a very handsome gentleman, so, you know, it's a compliment, actually, I feel.
My apologies, and I mean, to be fair, I haven't casted with you in like a million years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a fair while.
I think the last cast I probably did, aside from the intermediate grand finals, was with you. I think we did Div 5 finals maybe like 2 or 3 seasons ago.
That sounds about right, because I know, you know, me and you back when TF Live, the redux of TF Live kind of started off. You know, we were doing a lot of Div 2, Div 3 action, and then even giving some of those lower divs a lot of action. But I mean, even then, the fact that there were divs when we last casted, that was
that's a testament to show how long it's been since we've played together. Yeah,
it's been a while, but yeah, I mean, first cast for us of the season should be obviously so the Elo Assassins and Intoxicated. On paper, both teams not the closest, just in terms of raw skill. Elo Assassins doing really well last season, and Intoxicated winning IM last season. Great for them, but it's going to be a really tough match for them tonight.
Yeah, I certainly agree. I was kind of thinking about it all today at uni and thinking about how close I thought this game would be. And in my head, I kind of thought it would be really close. And then I got home and sat down and had a look at the rosters and then realized that for Elo Assassins, like, just the experience is the really defining factor between these two teams. You know, you just said Intox, you know, just came out of a good season last season, taking first place in intermediate. But Elo Assassins, you know, they've all played in Prem, like the bulk of their players have, like they've got that experience behind them, which, you know, even a season of coming last in Prem, like is a fairly big advantage, you know, even if players had come last in Prem, if you know what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
I'm not sure.
Sorry.
To be honest, I feel like Elo Assassins, I think it's going to be a pretty definitive game.
Yeah. I mean, there were also some, I think, some minor roster issues for tonight for Intoxicated as well, which will even further gimp their ability to pull out a strong performance tonight. So we'll see how they go. To be fair, I think it's really good for them to get these sorts of games out of the way as early in the season as possible. Like when you're up against like the strongest teams at the start of the season, that gives you more time to work on your play against when you play against the teams later in the season that really matter for your placings. Like, you know, even if you played against Elo Assassins last, your chances of you beating them pretty slim if you're Intoxicated. But this early experience might get them just enough experience to get the edge over a much closer team to them later on. So I think it's really good that they get these tough games out of the way first.
Certainly. And for our viewers who don't necessarily live in Australia or don't really follow the Australian scene, Smith, I want you to talk a little bit about for this season. We've seen some changes to the size of the Prem. Obviously, Prem is still round robin, but I want you to talk a little bit about what that means for these kind of teams with having a smaller division, having a round robin, etc. Are you able to give us a bit of insight into that, having played Prem yourself previously?
I mean, smaller.
Well, it's been taken down from 8 to 6, from what I understand.
Yeah, so there's 6 teams. It's just fewer teams. What that means, I think, from my perspective, is it actually kind of the entirety of Prem will be your scrim partners essentially. You might have like a couple of IM teams rather, but it really gives you as a Prem player a smaller number of things to focus on. Like you go, okay, I don't have to focus on 7 different teams if I'm one of these kind of middle end teams. I can just focus on a few of them. And that really allows for, I feel, more really close games, particularly amongst the middle of the pack teams.
And you think also for those top 4 teams, though, given that there's only going to be 2 teams that don't make playoffs, for the top 4 teams, it's a bit more aggression, I guess, or a bit more passion to want to kind of come in that top, like do well in those playoffs.
I'd even say it's actually more about the bottom 4. Than the top 4, because usually, I mean, looking at the rosters so far this season, there's always going to be a couple of teams that you go, okay, these guys should be at the top. These guys should be at the top, but further down, I mean, you have the teams that you look at. I mean, I'd say Intoxicated are one of them where you look at them and go, they've got some decent players, but on paper they are outclassed by most of the Prem players right now. But that doesn't mean that they can't just totally improve a whole bunch and just totally surprise everyone. We saw it we've seen it a couple of seasons in a row where these kind of bottom level or expected kind of towards the bottom level team Prem players just surprise everyone, come out and play some really strong TF2, particularly kind of in the later ends of the season. So I think the bottom four will be really vying for that final, those final spots. It's a lot more important now for a lower end team to do well because they actually have a really good shot of getting to the finals. They only to be above two teams.
Yeah, no, fair. I certainly agree. I think that's going to be exciting coming towards the end of the season for Prem. And I think we as TF Live in our new revamped current season, we're looking to cover a Prem game every week, from what I understand. So keep an eye out.
That's the hope. Obviously, we are at the mercy of the Australian internet, and we do have a kind of lack of streamers. Which is partially why we're bringing in such amazing international talent as Wiethoofd tonight, and for many future TF live casts as well. But as many as we can do is the goal, I think.
Yeah, I understand we're going to be showcasing some new stream stuff tonight, some new stream overlays.
Yeah, I know. There's been some a lot of back end work to the HUD and overlays and that sort of stuff. And yeah, really going to be really excited to show them off. I know there are still things in work right now. So this isn't even the final product. I know it'll keep on improving as well. So really excited to show this kind of stuff off for sure. And we actually have 12 in the server for now. We are still waiting them to ready up, so they might be a little bit off just doing the warm up right now. But now we've actually got 12. We can go through the rosters, and so on Elo Assassins we've got TJ and Ohai on Scouts, Bane and Varna on Soldiers, Yule on Demo, and Doge on Med. Very strong lineup on paper. Got a lot of DM. They played really well last season. Honestly, really impressed with how they played. And yeah, I mean, you can take us through the Intoxicated one if you want.
Well, looking at Elo Assassins, didn't our boy Big Vanny V didn't he play Scout for a couple of seasons, or is this his first season come back on solo? Or I've always known Varna to be a Scout main.
Yeah, no, he's definitely played Scout for sure.
Well, he played Scout last season, didn't he?
I'm pretty sure he did. If I recall correctly, though,
it was Locke and it was Locke and Bane. He played Soldier for the last team.
That's right. It was Locke. I was trying to remember. Who the last the one change was from what we've seen tonight to what they usually had last season. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, yeah, he's still got just strong DM in general. This is still a class he'll certainly be able to play very effectively. So.
Yeah, and I'm keen to see him go huge, I'm gonna see some big shots from him. Hopefully, he doesn't get too passionate. His table might collapse on him or something similar. But well, let's go down look at the roster of Intox, I guess. So from what I understand, we got Jash on Scout. Is that Kozkoa playing Scout for them as a sub?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm waiting on the big admin Hawk or any other admin to enforce the Oz Fortress aliases. Until then, I guess we'll just call him Big Pussy.
Yeah, nice. Sounds like my kind of player.
This is why I gave you the Intoxicated roster. I was really mean.
Sorry to cut you off. No, you keep going.
Okay, no, I'll just you go.
I was gonna say one thing I think is interesting is they've moved Morph off Demolition's boy for Intoxicated, and they've put him on Soldier now, and they've got Moopin on demo. From what I understand, unless Morph and Morpheus are two different players, but I'm assuming they're the same person.
I would assume so. I mean, I think that's a good change. I think Moop is a really strong demo, a lot of strong DM. So I think that's all right. We were about to go live. They are asking for a re-exec, so we might have another couple of seconds. TJ's AFK. That's why. He's a player. You don't want to have AFK.
Anyway, well, quickly finish up Intoxicated's team lineup. They got Sianiki on med still. He was their med last season. Pretty standard. Didn't expect that to change really. I I don't know who their other soldier is. Janeb, never heard of that person.
To be fair, they did have, I think it was, the issues they had, they have a sub and they have a merc as well. So that's probably, you know, they deal with the soldier and the scout there. Anyway, we are actually live for the first cast for TF Live of OZF 17 between Intoxicated and ELO Assassins. Take it away, Oxy.
Yeah, so we're just going to the first mid here. Going to be looking at Moop on demo. Him and Yield is spamming trading a bit of spam here. Straight away, TJ just gets denied off jumping towards that train, and this is going to be a good mid. Intoxicated taking ground here. But we just see a big bomb coming in from Bane and 2 players going down for Intoxicated here, so this is going to mean that ELO Assassins are going to be coming in, retaking this mid. They have the heals advantage on their players right now. That Sianaki is disconnected from his team, doesn't have those heals, and this is going to be a strong mid for ELO Assassins. That bomb from Bane over train just really taking all that attention of Intoxicated and allowing them to get 2 kills.
Bane did a lot of work there. It started off really well for Intoxicated, picking off TJ at the very start. Just totally denied him, was really, really good. They got nice aggression as well, got nice positioning, but then they just totally lost it when Bane jumped and they didn't react at all, allowed Bane to get so much damage off, and then by then it was too late. They lost 2 players behind, they didn't really have do any damage up on train, and it ended up just falling apart for them. Anyway, we actually are seeing Sianaki did live. This will be Ubercharge versus Ubercharge, so we might see either I'm not sure whether ELO Assassins will just go in. I think they might just go in all together anyway, or they could bomb a soldier. I just have a feeling they're just going to kind of go for it, just the full-on push.
One thing that's interesting is Yule is on the base cannon here, the Boom Bringer, the bloody Iron Bomber. Like, every time you shoot that weapon, it's a massive base launcher, but it's going to be interesting. I saw him using it in mid, and he ended up getting a few people with those rollers that didn't move around.
Yeah. We actually do have Jash on Sniper. That is the only off-class so far. Just a bit of stalling out. Looks like ELO Assassins rather just kind of testing the waters, seeing what they can see, trying to figure out what the best way to go about this will be. They're trying to get the double soldier spam up bottom right, nearly take down Janeb there, doing a lot of damage. He does live though, so they're just going to back out, reassess, and probably take this straight through upper.
Certainly, I think they're not stupid enough to push without a pick, but I'm surprised I haven't seen a sack yet from ELO Assassins here. Probably just taking it slow, seeing what they can get, trying to force a mistake maybe.
I feel like this is the time where they actually can just force it, as there is the Sniper. It's such a hard map to really get a pick from Sniper after, on Sniper after that Uber's been popped off, and he's playing very far forward. So I feel like just an aggressive Uber could actually do a lot of work here for ELO Assassins, but they are just waiting it out, seeing what they can say. Actually, here comes the bomb in from Bane, doing a lot of work, a lot of damage. Can he force it off? Can't quite get it. He actually gets Morpheus down to like 4 HP. Doesn't get the force though, and that will just be essentially a reset then.
Yeah, great bomb in from him there. Good jukes by Sianaki going down those stairs and then managing not popping as well and not getting enough damage on him, so that was good. Janeb does go down though. This is bad news for them.
Yeah, he's got a bit too aggressive down on the lower right stairs, and this is going to trigger the push in from ELO Assassins. A lot of damage done. Will force off the Uber now for the blue side. Sianaki getting quite low as well. He'll be fairly low for this post-Uber fight. Looks like we've got Vanna jumping on the point, getting above, trying to bring some attention back, and TJ gets a frag on Big Pussy. Ohai gets one on the Dash. That's 2 big frags. Moop does take down Vanna, and Morpheus takes down Yule, so it's even players at the current point. Ohai doing so much work, though, gets another 2 frags, and then Bane finishes it off. That was a really nice post-Uber fight there from ELO Assassins. It looked pretty good. Some nice trading there from Intoxicated, but just the nice wrap around the side, getting on the back of the distracted players with Bane and the med there. Really, really nice.
Yeah, Ohai getting some really good cleanup there and the good 1v1. I'm not sure what Vanna was doing, dicking around on top of that point though, but it seemed to do a bit of work, prove a bit of distraction. But we're back on a second mid here. Bit of spam here. Moop going balcony and can't really get much spam out with that. We do see Intoxicated just playing their side here, seeing what they can do, getting a bit of spam out. Haven't seen a bomb from the 2. We do see Bane coming in with that same bomb again, getting good rockets on him, but he takes him down. Beautiful bomb by Bane. That's going to give his team that big advantage, and we should see Intoxicated muscling across here. Big jump in from Vanna. And he's just going to give his team that space they need to take this mid, and it's only Sianaki up now. Where did it all go wrong for Intoxicated there, Smith?
There was just no focus fire from them. They had a lot of players in the red. Admittedly, a lot of their players were in the red too, but what ended up happening is they just tried to take too many individual fights. They were too spread out, and therefore they just couldn't focus people properly. And they all essentially just lost after that. Really nice grouping up from ELO Assassins after they got low. They grouped up, they healed up, they played together after they were low, and that just won it for them essentially.
Yeah, Bane was able to just get in on that. He did a similar jump last mid, and I'm not surprised.
We're actually in though. Sorry, TJ. Sorry to interrupt you there. TJ and Ohai picking up a frag each. Ohai gets one under the sentry, so it's a 6v4. And Payne getting 2 big frags. Jenim can take him down, but it's too little, too late. Scouts on the point. Jash trying to jump down on that heavy, not going to be enough. That was a very quick round, very nicely executed. Got in before the sentry was even a factor. Really nice frag straight away. It's just a flawless push essentially there from Elo Assassins.
I don't know. I did see Varna shooting those Cowmango rockets at the sentry. So
that's true. That isn't that good.
not sure what he was trying to accomplish there. But do you want to take us over this mid, Smith?
Yeah, absolutely. We've actually got Intoxicated going the shithouse rollout. And a nice big bomb in from Bane, but actually totally denied by Jash. Morpheus tries to counterbomb, not going to do that much. Jash picks up another one on Nirvana. This is some nice frags coming out from him, but they're still not the best spot. An aggression coming from J-Nub, totally denied by TJ. Ohai picks one up, and Moop and Jash the last to fall. Almost actually, rather. Sianaki the last to fall. Ohai cleaning him up too, so just scout cleanup right at the end there. The frags went Intoxicated's way early, but they just had awful positioning. I really feel like they could have just backed up, as opposed to trying to force it with the soldiers there, backed up to their side of the train and tried to regroup. I felt it would have been the better option there. They just tried to force it a bit too early when they didn't really have the resources to with where they were standing.
Yeah, certainly. It's just the dominance coming out right now from Elo Assassins is not really surprising. I think we flagged it a bit before the map went in, but it's surprising to see how dominant they are. It's very hard. It seems very hard for Intoxicated to get a word in edgewise in any of these fights right now.
Yeah, it looks like Varna just going for the spam charged Cowmangler spot. Actually, wait, Uber's coming in straight away. That's really, really nice and early. Sentry will go down, and there's actually everyone from Intoxicated's inside spawn. Every single player now, except for, sorry, one scout. Morpheus went down as well, and this should be the push. Frags are finally coming the rest of the way of Elo Assassins. Varna and Bane both grabbing one, and now the demo on the point will finish it up. When you trap 4 or 5 players inside spawn at the start of the push, it's never going to go well as the defending side.
Yeah, we did see Bane on heavy for that push. Able to clean up those players and getting a bit of that heavy wiggle after they won that round, so it's got to be getting in the minds of Intoxicated, getting beaten in such a convincing fashion.
Absolutely, and it's new mid now. Hopefully they can pull it back. They get a decent amount of damage down onto Ohai and Yule. Yule getting healed up. No frags as of yet, but I like the positioning so far of Intoxicated. Jash picks up 1 frag onto Bane. They're moving their way across the point. Bomb coming in from Varna. Can he get anything done? Go gets shut down. Ohai down as well. Morpheus the only frag so far for Elo Assassins. And aggression now for the blue squad. Picking up Yule. Really nice playing together there from the scouts. Just nice exchanging, trading positions there to just maximize the damage while minimizing damage taken. Very nice. However, Doge did get out and will have that fully charged. That is the first mid win for Intoxicated, and they should actually be able to get up on the second. But the defense will come in now for Elo Assassins if they decide to. No, they won't.
Elo want to defend this, but yeah. Good work from Intox there. Nice to see them take a mid in this map. You know, we were saying we thought it would be a pretty convincing win for Elo. So it's good to see them kind of come and take a mid here, and hopefully we can see them convert this into a round with a last push, perhaps.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully they can keep it going. There actually are no off classes right now. Is one off class rather. TJ just switched on to Sniper. Obviously, Intoxicated do not know about it as it's only just come out. He's got a nice angle there, seeing if he can spot anyone. Gets off the shot, does not hit anyone with it though. So now they're aware. They're not going to be showing themselves again, and just trying to spam him out. Likely see a suicide play from them. They're just kind of waiting up in upper lobby. Probably bomb a soldier from lower right, or do the double soldier spam from lower right as well. And it looks like that's what they're going to go for. J-Neb get a lot of damage onto Bane. Actually, Bane going really aggressive. He actually picks up a frag onto J-Neb. Really confused as to how that happened. Morpheus likely going to go down as well to Ohai, and that's going to open it up totally for Elo Assassins.
Intox just going for that double spam and ends up working completely against them. They're going to probably lose second off this game. They don't have either soldier, so this should be contested. But yeah, good frag. Yule going down here, which is
Sticky trap onto Yule. That's going to totally stall it out. And actually, look at Ohai. He's in a nice spot, trying to get some sneaky plays on. Will go down though, and that's actually 16 seconds. Intoxicated could take this right now if they want.
This is probably the best chance they're going to get, and it's the best chance that Elo will give them most likely, but Jash goes down. That's not good news for Intox there. And their Uber just gets wasted. They do nothing with that at all. That's really poor Uber from them.
Moop going down. That is a trade though. Varna and Yule going down. Janeb doing so much work. Picks up TJ as well. Getting a flank from. No, he gets
Janeb!
What was that? I totally thought he was going to die there. You got a Scout and Soldier on the point. Actually, Bane doing a lot of work, but damage coming in. Bane's so low. Can he live just for long enough? One more rocket won't be enough. And that's actually a round on the board for Intoxicated. All at the back of Janeb, picking up like 3-4 frags in upper lobby there. That was crazy from him.
There's some bloody big boy plays from Janeb there, that's for sure. He went huge then.
He really did.
That's totally wiped the smile off Elo Assassin's face. I think going 3 rounds up, you know, they were feeling very confident. And that's just kind of really put them in their place. Obviously, you know, let's see how this mid goes. You see a bit of spam going between the two teams here. Nothing really much. We are expecting that aggressive bomb from Bane onto their train again. Do you see a jump coming in from Morpheus onto the train of Elo Assassin, but he goes down. I know he doesn't go down, he backs up straight away. It's a bit of spam here, and it seems like Intox have just won the space on this mid here, with both the soldiers going down for Elo. They're only able to jump in and give any room for their scouts at all. So it's going to be the mid going the way
Yeah, trying to
of Intox, but they're fighting it.
Yeah, they've actually got some nice positioning, and actually Jash going down is going to be really bad here for Intoxicated. They're pretty low as well, being moving out. Morpheus taking so much damage, Siataki so low as well, they actually have to pop off the Uber. This is really good here for Elo Assassins. Doge and Morpheus going to force Doge off there, so that's a nice trade. Ohai actually goes down, so it looks like Intoxicated, if they can get back and heal enough, should be okay for now, and actually you see Moop trying to block them out, doing a decent amount of damage, but he's taking a fair bit himself as well, and they are actually all sat up on this Grey Rage. Varna coming in with a flank. Can he do enough? Benjay is actually going to go down to Varna. Varna will get traded out, but this actually looks like some nice aggression here up on the point for Elo Assassins. They might just be able to take it. No, they are getting forced off it for now.
Yeah, we do see Intoxicated here coming out with a minimal Uber advantage, trying to take control of this point, and Bane trying to cap it up, but he's too weak right now, waiting for the arrows of his mid. He almost fell off there and fell off the top of Spire. We just see a bomb coming in here from Morpheus. Morpheus picking up 2. That is huge, and he picks up Yule, the demo man. So this is going to be a good defense here from Intoxicated. They should be able to muscle this out for mid with Doge going down as well. This is a huge Uber advantage right now for Sianiki here, so he just needs to not screw this up. And this should be a comfortable mid and a comfortable second as well if they can muscle it for free.
Yeah, this is really, really nice there. This full Uber charge is so nice to them. Spotting TJ out really nice and early. He's actually going to go down and Moop. Nice stickies there, and that's actually going to, like 14 seconds up left on TJ. This is going to be definitely second point now as well, moving through. I would be very, very surprised if Elo Assassins decide to hold on to this one.
Sure. I'm wondering if we're going to see TJ come up on Sniper. I don't know. He comes back up on Scout. I thought they might try to go for a snipe maybe with that Uber disadvantage, but not looking to contest this at all. This is going to be just the last hold here for Elo Assassins.
Yep. This will Doge is actually up from 50%, and there is a NG up making that sentry. Just laying it down now, trying to reposition it. So we'll see if they actually get it up. Looks like Doge is still building 70%. He should actually get this now with this upper lobby hold. So this is looking really, really nice here for Elo Assassins. Maybe Intoxicated just a little bit too cautious pushing in here, because Doge will almost certainly he'll definitely have it now. Now they're backing out to last, so that's going to be really, really nice now for Elo.
Certainly. It's going to be just a basic last hold. We see Ohai up on the sentry gun and just a bit of spam being traded. We've got the sniper up from TJ here. So seeing what you can get. We've got Varna spamming some charged cam angler shots, maybe trying to catch someone crossing through the top lobby here.
It's honestly just disgusting when you get like a really nice shot off. This has so much damage. Like
it's
if you
beautiful,
get
dude.
if you get like one charge shot and then like another, actually Ohai is dropping down into his death. That was a bit questionable there. And Bane going down as well. Benji and Morpheus combining 2 nice frags. They're gonna try and get the sentry down. They're actually missing their rockets onto the station. Come on, man. Come on. You know, it's
they
not
still
hard.
have 2. They're still 2 players down. Like
They should have just Ubered in there
here.
They should have just Ubered in there from lower right. That would have been fine. They're actually taking it top left now.
But now they're going to have spawners.
Yeah, and they take so long to force the Uber. Varna actually picks up a scout as well. This is really not looking good now for Intoxicated. Sianaki going down, so no heals at all. Benji manages to pick up Bane, but that's going to be pretty much it. He's pretty low. He's backing out. He will make it out alive. However, Doge... actually, no. He will spot TJ, and TJ will finish him off as well. So, yeah, not looking good now for Intoxicated. They're having to back out onto Spire. No heals as well for the time being. Sianaki only just spawning, running around to corner.
Intox beefed that really hard. like that is the kind of play that if you screw it up, you can lose a round off that, and I wouldn't be surprised if Elo come out and take this round. He was such a big Uber advantage. Like, they're obviously going to get mid for free. They're getting really good spam here. Like, that was just a really big stuff up from Intox there. Like,
as soon as those 2 players down, they should just push straight through. Don't care about the sentry. Like, if you just get 2 players in, even if you lose one of the sentry, whatever, you actually have a really good position there. Anyway, we actually have Elo Assassins moving in now on the mid, taking down a scout. Soldier trying to bomb in, Benji trying to do what he can, but just not didn't have anywhere near the good enough jump to get near that medic. So this will be a 2-player advantage now for Elo Assassins moving around through Valley. And going to be getting straight onto that second point.
Yeah, they seem to be wanting to contest it here, but Varna's very close, getting good spam onto Moop, so he's not really able to get much spam out onto this Spire. And with the Soldier presence right now from Varna, this should easily be a Spire cap for Elo Assassins, but the Scouts are really keen on getting grip, and they do get him, and now it's just Sianiki. Is he going to pop it? He has to pop it out.
Oh. Yeah, that was nice. Nice chasing there from Ohai, getting really nice and deep. Forcing that off is so huge. Doge still on that 100%, hasn't had use at all. Jash is just spawned NG, saying screw it, we're in for the long haul. Try and get it up. I'd be surprised if they I'd honestly be surprised if they decided, didn't decide to pull out another one like a pyro or a sniper or something, because I really feel like they need it here.
They're wanting to hold forwards here, it seems, on this big Uber disadvantage. But
they just didn't. They weren't there in time. No way to do it.
Yeah, it seems like Elo Assassin is going to muscle in and probably take it.
Oh,
Doge goes down!
God! The sticky trap! Moop! Massive play, taking down Doge, no Uber charge at all, and actually Ohai went down as well. So this is so nice here for Intoxicated. Varna's the only one left around, jumping back as well, so Intoxicated need to be moving now. They got the frags, I don't know what they're waiting for. Honestly, you get 2 players, you get their med, they've got no heals, you got heals, you just go. Now the players are up, med's come around corner, the heals are up, and now they're moving out. This is just way too late. Uber doesn't matter here nearly as much as the player advantage does.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't push out so quickly. Maybe they're a bit spooked by the round advantage.
Oh my god, Jash! Mate. Just walks into 3 rockets.
Yeah, well, I think that was partly because Bane did a bit of work there with Varna. Like, he jumped in through drop down up there and got in behind him.
Oh my god!
And Bane's going for the back cap. We're seeing a back cap here from Bane.
Oh, that'll work too. There's no one close enough. That's just, honestly, I gotta say, mildly disappointed there by Intoxicated. They had a really nice opportunity to push out. The med's down, there I think it was another scout. It's down. You don't need Uber there. You do not need it. You can just go. Get a scout out first, find out where they were. If they realized that there was not a single player, there was only one player around corner, I believe, when about 5 seconds after that, they really could have won that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's, I don't know, but we see another mid hang out between these 2 teams. Bit of spam being traded here. 2 players down for either teams, but Intox is losing more players, and this should be a comfortable mid coming out from Elo Assassins, but they lose a few more.
It's doable. It's a Scout and a Med, but they are separated. They need to group up. Like, Scout and Med against Demo Soldier Med is actually doable. You just need to be able to isolate someone, and I feel like if they were grouped, they might have had a chance. Try to bait Varna into jumping or something. But, I mean, they played it safe. That's fine. There is still 12 minutes left, and that is doable from being down 1-4. It's not easy by any stretch, but just getting back, getting that Uber charge up and ready is the safe play. That's what that's fine.
The control point is being captured.
Yeah, we just see even Ubers here. Intox are looking to defend this Spire here, but if they lose too many players, this could be really bad for them.
Oh.
Sianiki taking a rocket, and he's... Oh, yeah, this is bad news for Intoxicated right now. Sianiki needs to get the hell out of here.
They did force the Uber.
Himself last.
They did force the Uber, but that's just, not
Sianiki popped as well, though. He got forced as well from Varna in lobby.
Oh, that's just really disappointing. If you're committing that much, to force the enemy's Uber, your med needs to be totally out. Like, not even a chance of getting popped. If your med is still even close at all when you're trying to get a force like that, then you made a mistake somewhere, and that's just really disappointing, because that's just essentially a point they've given up for free for that. They do have, I mean, it's 5% Uber disadvantage, so it's not the end of the world. They will be fine for this hold, but I mean, they just dropped back a point, and now at risk of potentially losing the last. They're deciding only go for the sniper, and actually Judge will pick up Doge with the body shot. So, I mean, that's the first real sniper play that's actually worked out. I think that's the first sniper frag we've seen. That's really nice now. They are going to choose to get that Uber charge ready. Again, I feel like when there are 5 players left, that's fair enough. I don't blame them. For that, I feel like they could go if they really wanted, if they checked every corner, but you know, this is a bit more reasonable. They'll get their Uber now, and they should be pushing out straight away now.
Yeah, we should see them pushing out here. We do see Varna and Bane. Bane in above Varna here, and they're both like baiting a little bit.
That is a strong bait, honestly. If like a scout comes in, a soldier comes in through lower left. It looks like, honestly, really disappointed here from Intoxicated. They got a full Uber charge. Use it. You can't just wait on your last with an Uber and expect the enemy to push into you and make a mistake and get wiped. That's playing a losing game. Because all you're gonna do,
Smith. Like it is coming up to October, Halloween. I'm not surprised they're getting a bit spooked here. Like
that's true. That's true.
They don't want to push out.
You're down 4-1. You can't.
What have they got to lose?
Wait.
Well, they've got the game to lose, obviously.
They've got the game.
But they're down 4-1, and it's 9 minutes on the clock. Like, might as well just YOLO and just do it. To be honest, from my opinion. But I'm not in the game, so we'll see.
Yeah, no, there was no reason for them not to push out there. Honestly, like you have a much better chance that just holding on to your last constantly is a losing game. You will always lose if you are always holding on to your last. There's no way to win if you don't push out. So just waiting for that perfect opportunity that might never come, I don't think is the way to go. When you have a full Uber advantage, that is your perfect opportunity. That's when you go. And now that's Uber versus Uber. It's suddenly a lot harder to hold against. So I mean, just not really sure about that. Anyway, Bane actually moving in, doing a fair bit of damage. He actually drops down on top of Sciatica. Can he force it off? He will. Massive work from Bane. There you go. You didn't push out, you lose your Uber charge advantage. Bane doing so much work there, and now Doge has it ready. He's just probably going to go straight in, honestly, once once that Uber charge advantage. Might wait for Bane, but I mean, either way, it's fine. Up to them, which they'd prefer to go.
Nice work from Bane there, getting that force out. It was an effortless jump in from him. We just see the Uber coming out now from Doge, but they
Jash
pushed in. Jash goes down. But,
he actually did a lot of work there. He denied that entire Uber charge. Didn't get in at all. And now actually all of Intoxicated stacked up on this left-hand side, doing a lot of damage down onto Yule, but he will take down Morpheus. Ohio will take down Big Pussy as well, and that's actually going to be the round. There you go. Interesting that they're just choosing to totally stack up on the left. Yule got so much damage out onto so many players there. Soldiers did so much work as well. Just no one spread out, all clumped up, just trying to, I guess, in theory, stop them from coming in, but just couldn't do it and got muscled, just totally muscled down.
Yeah, it was initially looking pretty good for Intox there, but you know, in that post fight they just didn't do too well. Another mid here we see here. Both teams just playing either side. We should see that aggressive bomb coming in from Bane on the Rip. And Rip is very weak right now, but Bane gets denied by Jash. Good work by him, and 2 down. Now we just see a pause coming out.
Yeah.
Between the two teams.
Honestly, looking pretty good here for Intoxicated. Picking up that early frag onto Bane, and then Benji rather moving in. I think he did a fair bit of damage. I can't remember if he picked up Varna or if he just distracted enough for his teammates to pick up Varna. Regardless, they're in a pretty nice position here. Demo's pretty well protected. Ohai's on really low health. This pill probably isn't going to hit him though. Let's be real. But I mean, Doge is in a nice spot though. He should be able to get out. No worries. I'd be very surprised if Elo Assassins decide to keep fighting here. So they're probably just going to back out. Doge should get away pretty easily, and that should just be easy mid, but not necessarily easy second here for the Intoxicated squad.
Yeah, with the 2 soldiers down from Elo, it's going to be hard for them to defend this mid.
Yeah, they got no real way to aggress against the health that Intoxicated have right now. Like they're not super healthy, but they've got enough, and they're in a good enough position now that the scouts can't really move forward onto them. And unless you'll just hit some incredible pipes, the chances of Elo Assassins coming out on top here are pretty slim, especially because of how low Ohai is. TJ's too far back to really be able to do much from where he is at this current point in time. So yep, very surprised. Anyway, I guess now this gives me a chance to just ramble on about Intoxicated in general. Oh, actually, never mind. Pause is unpause, and Moopy is a nice pipe on. I said that pipe would not hit. I was wrong. I will eat my words. Move with a nice pipe on the Ohai. That's actually going to give them enough room. They actually might be able to move straight into second now with that extra frag. So nice work there from Moop. And is this another pause? Okay.
Another pause coming out.
I guess maybe player newly in the server or gets in the server, realizes it's not issue's not fixed, whatever it is. Who knows? But yeah, realistically speaking, again, with no soldiers ready, you know, and available, and only one scout, I'd be very surprised if Elo Assassins were able to hold this again. It's just it comes down to, I mean, it comes down to a lot of what tonight has come down to so far in general, which is just Intoxicated making mistakes. I feel like Elo Assassins have been playing well, but they haven't been winning off their own great plays. It's mostly been Intoxicated just making some rather big mistakes, whether that be having full, you know, taking the med down, having a full overcharge advantage, and just not pushing at last, or if it's, you know, most of it has come down to Ubers, actually, now that I think about it. They had that one trying to push into last, where they had that Uber charge advantage, and they had the player, no, they had the even Ubers, but they had the player advantage, and then they decided to, like, rotate back around, and decide to, you know, waste that player advantage, essentially. So they just need to, I guess, be a bit more decisive with their Ubers, and less cautious. And we actually are on pause yet again, so hopefully we'll stay that way.
Yeah, weren't able to defend
there you go.
that.
There's your answer about Big Pussy.
There you go. And apparently Janeb is Ben J. I don't know
Ben
what's all
J
these,
or
what's all
Benji.
with these like fucking edgy aliases, dude. I can't deal with this shit. Too many edgy players that I haven't heard of who've just like come out of intermediate, and I don't know. Don't alias unless you're well known as.
Well, I mean, it's the backwards name. It's not an alias per se. It's pretty standard. They actually got the double soldier spam trying to take down the sentry, but again, they're just missing it. Like they've been in that position before. No, I said that sentry in that exact same position before, and they just can't seem to spam it from where they are. I don't know if they're just kind of missing, like just not really going for the splash and trying to go for something else. I don't know. And they're just not able to take it down from there. Admittedly, they do get spammed out a lot by the soldiers there of Elo Assassins. So this will be even Ubers versus even Ubers. Maybe. Oh, okay. So that was the reason for it. TJ timed out. You know, fair enough there. At least it wasn't your NG. That'd be pretty disappointing. So that's not going to be an issue at all now for Elo Assassins. So yeah, I'd be surprised. It's kind of hard now for. Oh god, Costco timed out as well. So that was the secondary pause. Okay. So maybe he might come up as an off class. Not 100% sure. Regardless. It's a bit of a tough push here for Intoxicated. I mean, you know, with that sentry down, you know, bottom right, they can't do anything from that right hand side. They've got a lot of players set up on the left. It's a bomb, like a bomb suicide from lower is going to be quite hard as well. In theory, I feel like that might be their best chance if they're unable to spam that sentry as they were. Varda's actually getting pretty aggressive though, moving in, seeing if he can get any spam down. Not going to be doing all that much though, and just essentially reset. Morpheus got pretty low, Moog got pretty low as well. Actually, a lot of players got quite low now. For the Intoxicated squad. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah. Okay. They do. No, they're just taking too much spam, I guess.
Yeah, just Intox moving back into lobby here, taking position, trying to see what can happen, and we do see we did have TJ up on sniper, not anymore. Got the engineer, so they're just settling in for that last hold, I guess, expecting a sack to come out of Intox sometime soon, hopefully.
If I don't know, that was a misplay. They could see from where where Moop was standing. They could see that the sentry was. But actually, no, they did take the sentry down finally. So they finally get the double soldier spam to work. They actually might pick up Ohai as well. He will take so much damage, won't actually go down. So they do take the sentry down, do a lot of damage. They could move even if they want, and I'd be very surprised if they didn't now. But I mean, I've been surprised by them before, so you know, we'll see.
We do see Uber coming out here. Uber's being exchanged. Just pockets firing rockets at each other. Nothing really coming out of it, to be honest. So we're just going to see a cycling of Ubers between these two teams right now. No real pick in the post-fight, and Intox may be looking to have Elo push out at them in lobby and go off the heels, but nothing's really happening here. So just a reset, I guess.
Yeah, just a full reset. Oh, actually, the Morpheus will die due to some nice spam from Varna coming in. So Morpheus just taking a bit too much damage, but Varna will get taken down as well. So that's just a total trade as well. I mean, all this dilly-dallying does always advantage Elo Assassins here, as they are so far ahead. And actually, looking at the time left, there's no way, literally no way for Intoxicated to come back. All that's left now is points for pride. Hopefully, they can come back and make it a bit of a closer scoreline. So we will see. TJ is up on that sniper to hopefully get some 6 shots off, deny some more push. Ohai is still on that engineer. This is just a really tough nut for Intoxicated to crack. I really feel, again, they need to be faster. So, I mean, in that last push, take down that sentry, go. Don't just, take down the sentry. Alright, let's go back. Let's wait another bit. Heal up. I mean, fair enough you want to heal up, but you just need to be a bit more decisive. But anyway, Moop coming in now, going aggressive with that Uber. It's a solo demo Uber, a bit strange. He actually takes down Ohai and the sentry though, so it is fairly effective. They do pulse off the Uber now for Elo Assassins, but Elo Assassins will take down Sea Anarchy, so no heals now for the Intoxicated squad. They should move in now though. They still got the fragging classes. I mean, this is the best chance, honestly, of taking a last succeed in a while.
Benjade is getting so much time on point for his team here. They are funneling into it though.
Oh, move! And this, yeah, I mean, they just didn't have the heals, I guess. So it was an interesting Uber. I've not seen a solo demo Uber from lower in. Oh, it's been a really long time, I've got to say. I mean, pretty standard. Like if you're going for a force or going for damage. We've been trying to take down the sentry. Just the scout demo or scout soldier is just a lot more effective, generally speaking, in those sorts of situations. And what happened? Oh, actually, I'll just stop for a second because Jash is on the med, trying to do a lot of work. Can he take down Doge? He's whiffing a bunch of shots, but he will finally take him down with the pistol. So, no Uber charge, no heals now for the Elo Assassin squad. They're just getting back, they're healing up a bit, and they're going to be ready to push around corner in just a second.
Yeah, I'm not sure, like, on that last push though, like, it felt like every inch that Moop took, his team took a mile. In terms of, like, he came with that solo Uber and got 2 kills, and then his med went down. And then he went in and got 2 kills, and then, like, that's, Benjay came in and got all the time on the point, and then his team just all ran in for the point, like, oh, the point's half capped. And has fed like 3 frags. Well,
the issue was because it was just a solo demo Uber. The med had to, it took so long. The med had to, oh my god, Ohai coming in from behind, cleaning up the Anarchy. Moop will take down Ohai, but just not enough there. Bane taking a lot of damage, and looks like Intoxicated should get this point. But anyway, yeah, as you were saying, like, you're pretty much right there. And the main reason is that it took so long for them to take down that sentry with that solo demo Uber, and Cianaki had to get so far forward with Moot to be able to do that he just overextended and died post Uber. Really nice juggling though from Elo Assassins. Anyway, Moot will go down here, and that's actually pretty much going to be possibly the final nail in the coffin for this round. Jash down as well. So all of Intoxicated hightailing it out around corner onto mid, and 39 seconds left. I mean, I think that the possibility of even a second round on the board is very quickly fading away now.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to get them. Obviously, we do have to keep paused into account, so they probably have more than 25 seconds on the clock. That's from what I understand, Smith. They probably have I would estimate about a minute and a bit. So they probably could take a round out here, but 2 going down there, 3 going down, that's going to be the nail in the coffin. They're not going to take this.
That's unfortunate for them. They had their opportunities though, they really did, and I feel like, yeah, as I said before, that it really came down to Intoxicated losing this as opposed to Elo Assassins necessarily winning it. I was thinking, I'm pretty sure the map time doesn't get affected by the pausing. So there you go. The final score will be 5-1 in favor of Elo Assassins, and look, that's pretty much what I would have expected. We didn't do predictions before. I would have expected 5-0 or 5-1 or even 6-1. So fair enough. I don't know. There were lots of bits of Intoxicated play that I was impressed with. Honestly, they had a lot of nice. They actually had a few very nice mids. They had a few nice holds, some pushing out, but ultimately it just came down to their indecision with Uber. A lot of the time they just waited and they weren't really sure what to do, and that really cost them.
Sure, we're going to be having a look at logs in a second.
Yeah, so I mean, when it's a 5-1, there won't be that much to talk about. I'm just pulling them up now. But I mean, let's just quickly have a look, I guess, at the top damage. And as you'd expect, the top 3 are all from Elo Assassins. But I mean, Moop did a pretty alright job considering, losing 5-1. It's a very, very tough kind of game to do well as a demo when you're just getting stomped a lot of the time. That being said, there was a lot of kind of waiting and spamming and that sort of stuff, so that does help. I gotta say, I was honestly pretty impressed with Benjay. I feel like he actually had a really, really solid impact on Roma. Roma is the other class that I feel has a really tough time when you're getting stomped, and he had a lot of really effective moments, like jump bombs, distractions, that kind of thing. Even just some nice plays where he got like a whole bunch of frags. But I feel like he was probably my personal standout player for Intoxicated. Jash and Kozkoa, yeah, they did bottom damaging there, and Kozkoa with 4 frags. Admittedly, he was, I believe, the merc for Intoxicated tonight, so it's always going to be tough, but they're certainly not really doing as much as you'd want. I guess looking at frags now, and Ohai, Bane, Yule topping it, but Moop again, 17 frags, TJ then 17 frags as well. Pretty standard, I guess. Again, when you're talking about a 5-1, whole bunch of frags for red. Again, Moop, Benjay, he's quite impressed. Just that's basically my what I'm getting from these logs is that Moop and Benjay were my who I'd say actually had a really solid impact for Intoxicated.
Yeah, I think looking at Elo Assassins though, like something you can't deny is just the survivability of Yule there on 3.4 KAD. Like he stayed alive so much, like in terms of the amount of frags and damage he was putting out compared to Moop, who was alive, almost half as much as he was, or just a little bit under, or a bit over. I mean, but that was like a really big play for them, and we're obviously expecting Bane to go huge, but that 9.6k damage from him, that's
quite solid.
Elo, it's just huge. He was able to get in any situation and able to get med forced out. Didn't really seem like he had any med forces that he went for that didn't really go well for him at all. Like every single time he bombed, it seemed to go well.
He was very, very effective with his bombs. Again, top damaging in Roma is actually quite difficult to do. So yeah, very, very nice by him. One thing I will say that I'm a bit surprised by. Sienaki only had 8 deaths. I think that's actually fairly solid considering it was 6 rounds. And I'm just going to quickly have a check over at the medic stats and just I guess heal percentage, that sort of thing. I think Morpheus with 31% heals. I'm a bit surprised by that. It was so heavy for him considering he didn't have an awful game, but it wasn't great. His Ubers, he didn't really do anything with them. He did okay at defending his med for the most part, but there was no real standout there. And I feel like some of those heals you give them maybe a bit more to Moop and maybe even to your scouts, buff them a bit more so they have a better chance. I mean, like the Kozkoa and Jash 7 and 6% compared to TJ and Ohai with 14 and 10. I really feel like that's a really it's always gonna be tough as scout when you're getting 7% heal, like fewer heals than your opposing scout. I think that's certainly a big thing as well. I feel like Intoxicated need to work on there.
I think something that's really interesting to look at is look at how much heals Bane got compared to the amount of damage he put out. He put out 9.6k and only took 9% heals.
Yeah, that's really good.
And they take 800 really heals over that whole game. So that's really good. I'd be interested to know. Really I'm just going to have a look at players. Do we have pack pickups? HP pickups. Let's have a look here. Yeah, he picked up 65 health packs. Like that's pretty.
Oh my god!
That's pretty good.
That's actually insane. I didn't even notice that stat before. That's a ridiculous amount of health pack and a ridiculous damage to heals ratio. That's actually really solid there from Bane.
So he picked up a lot of kits and didn't play with a lot of heals. So that's really nice from Aurora. Yeah. That's like what you want to see.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not really going to go into any of the other fancy stats now as a lot of them do only really come into play when you have a bit of a closer game. But I mean, so the next max process, loading in now. I feel like, I don't know, I think this is going to be tough again for Intoxicated. I mean, realistically speaking, any map's going to be tough for them. But when their scouts are just really not doing the work that they need to be doing compared to the enemy team scouts, it's such a tough map. Admittedly, like Moop, like I feel like it's a stronger map for demos than Badlands is, so Moop might have more of an impact. But realistically, speaking, him and Yule weren't really there wasn't much of a difference there, so it might not necessarily help them any more than it'll help Elo Assassins. So it's just gonna be tough. I really feel like it just comes down to the scouts and the heals that they get.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know, the mids are less congested, so hopefully Moop will have a bit more room to get in, but as you're saying, when his scouts just aren't really kind of doing that work there, I think it's going to give more room for Bane to just come in and dunk on his face.
That's what I was going to say, in theory, because it's less congested, it'll give more room, but there's just so many, routes for Romans to just get straight onto a demo's face. And yeah, with the impact Bane's been having, I'd be very surprised if Moop has any easy mids this map, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of a Space Jam session every mid, to be honest. I think he's going to be getting ready to slam now.
Yeah, I mean, the scouts just need to try and, in theory, deny Bane out, but they really are not particularly effective last map of doing it, so we'll see how they go, I guess. Only other thing, I guess, is sniping. But I mean, TJ and even Ohai as well, honestly, really strong snipers. So again, that's another thing that just favors Elo Assassins, honestly. So I feel like Elo Assassins, they are just overall a stronger team. So there aren't really going to be any real factors that will favor Intoxicated. It just comes down to how Intoxicated are able to play together to mitigate the advantages that Elo Assassins will have just based on the map pick alone.
Yeah, well, thing is, Smith, like looking at Badlands, so coming off Badlands, like we saw Intox were able to kind of pull back a few mids and kind of hold it, get a few good second holds, etc. And with process being a little bit like being less congested, do you think we'll see more chances for Intox to get around? Obviously, the mids you're saying seem pretty polarized, but it's a lot more of a spaced out map. So if you necessarily don't win the mid, sometimes you're able to hold second a little bit.
Yeah,
nicer.
I mean, look, it came down to the mids that Intoxicated won were down to the fact that they did well at dealing with the aggression from Elo Assassins, and then were able to keep together and group and get their heals on. I feel like this is actually a very good map for that, for isolating aggressive players. So if they are able to do that on this map, they actually might have a better chance of winning mids, but it just comes down to denying that Bane aggression early. If they can't manage that, they're just going to get wiped every time.
We do see the round going live. Do you want to take us over this first mid, Smith?
Yeah, happily. So I will be watching Yule for this mid. I'm always going to be watching the demos as a demo main myself, so, mildly biased. But, should be actually getting there about the same time as Moop. Almost identical rollouts there. Moop actually gets on the health pack though. Yule unable to do so. We can actually see Bane just going straight into the enemy sewer. So already causing a bit of a distraction. But so far Intoxicated not really worrying about him. Getting some nice ground up on top of the crates and already getting right on top of Doja's head. Benjay doing some really nice work. Picking down Ohai as well. Kozkoa taking down Varna. Bane will take down Sianaki as the consolation prize, but he does go down in the end as well. And that was really nice for Intoxicated. I like that so much. They see Bane go into sewer and immediately they get on the aggressive. They know that that's a solid 5 seconds, 10 seconds even potentially, where Bane is just out of the action because he's going to be trying to create a distraction, and they just go for it. That was really well played there from Intoxicated.
Yeah, they lose Sianaki. They get second, and it's about 10%. At the moment, Sianaki had no one go back for him.
That's a mistake.
They don't have any Uber advantage, but Elo Assassins don't know that. So their mid's probably assuming that it's about 5 to 10% Uber, and unless they can get a really good frag, get good frags here in second, they're probably not going to want to defend it. With Varna going down, but 2 go down.
Yeah, look, there was another misplay there. So obviously no one went back for the med, and then everyone went back for the med. And I think there were like 2 players from Elo Assassins just kind of walked out and went, wait, where are they? They kept second. Where'd they go? And so it was just a free second, just totally giving up second there. Intoxicated did so. Bit of a misplay again. Can you try and push through through mid now rather? Doing a lot of damage. Bane trades down for Benjay, and going to be taking a lot of ground now. Moving up on top of this crate. Scouts doing nice work, just trying to force the players of Intoxicated back. And they should actually be able to do this. Looks like Intoxicated just not really putting down any damage, not able to stop anyone from coming in.
Yeah, we do see the Uber coming out here between the 2 teams. Players are weak though for Intox. And they're coming in, trying to recontest this here, and Elo Assassins is backing off here, giving it to them. So this is going to be a mid defended for Intoxicated here. Yeah,
just that the final frag onto Ohai there during the Ubers just allowed Intoxicated enough of an advantage that it just hold on. Had some really nice positioning there as well, and just Elo Assassins couldn't quite crack it. Anyway, Intoxicated is looking to try and push through. Morpheus taking so much spam in this choke. He's been really taking a lot of spam, I feel. Really needs to kind of, I guess, be more aware of his positioning when trying to spam through these chokes. Anyway, we'll be fine. He looks like, actually, Sianaki has a massive Uber advantage, so grinding a hell of a lot better there. than Doge, so this might actually be really nice. However, Ohai on the sniper takes down Benjay, and that's going to stall any potential push, and takes down Moop as well. Really nice headshots coming out, and Bane is jumping right on top of that medic, getting so much work done. Actually gets totally denied by Morpheus. He does do a lot of damage. Sianaki should make it out though. Morpheus jumping forward to try and make some space for his meds. Sianaki trying to stay in though. They will both survive, backing it around corner. We got a scout trying to make a distraction. Jash trying to see what he can do, but he's not going to be able to do enough. That was really nice from Ohai, I gotta say. But then a nice air shot, helping save the med.
Jash on the back cap, but he's not going to get it.
It's not going to work.
He's just baiting his team right now.
Yeah, I mean, there was 2 frags now mid and a player behind, so Elo Assassins know they only have 3 players in front of them to deal with. Moop goes down, actually gets dropped by the med. Zianaki not there in time to save him with that Uber charge, and that's going to be totally wasted Uber. Jash takes down Bane, Bane takes him down as well in the meantime. TJ will finally take down Benjay as he did force the Uber off the Doge, and that's going to be fine. Actually, Morpheus taking down Yule, getting a bit too aggressive there, so that might actually be okay now for Intoxicated. When they get their spawns, they might have a chance to push out if they choose, but I think it's going to be really tough with only 3 seconds left on Yule. So probably just going to be sit till. Never mind! Ohai with the body shot onto Sianaki. He just does not have a chance. He's constantly getting beaten down so far this game.
Yeah, that's not good news from Intox here with a big Uber advantage for Elo Assassins. They're probably just going to grind this bad boy up and just push right in with it and should convert around.
Yeah, I mean, Ohai is just dangerous on the sniper here. It's only a force to be reckoned with. Those 75% just finishing up the supercharge, should be ready to go very, very soon. We do see the engineer out on Jash, trying to get the sentry up, already level 2. Dispenser up on point just to maybe take some focus away. Trying to bait someone. Oh wow, he's on crits. Okay, Benjay does go down really early though. It's really not good now. And the Uber has been forced off now. And it's going to be 2 frags so far the way of Elo Assassin's Moop, and Kozkoa down very, very early. JNev's still down as well. Jash's sentry does take down Bane rather. It is still alive, doing a lot of work, but the Scout's just able to stand on the point, an angle not quite covered enough, and it's going to be enough for Varna to cap it up. So the players just stuck in spawn a bit, not able to get there in time to block that point.
Yeah, that's always the dilemma when someone's on the point and you just want to shoot damage at them or do damage to them instead of actually standing on the point and blocking that cap, and they're able just to edge that cap out with multiple players there. We just see another mid here. Bane, very quick and very aggressive move, getting scared off straight away. We just see Intox trying to push this right side here, taking that height ad. We just see the counter jump coming in now from Bane and from Varna. TJ does pick off Morpheus here, but Bane goes down. Intos a soldier down for both teams here. Bit of spam being traded, but it seems like Elo Assassins have got the height on this mid and they're going to take it away. It doesn't really feel like Intox can contest all. Their players don't have the heals, their scouts are much too weak, and both their scouts are going to go down here from staying in too long. And that's going to be a very convincing mid.
Oh wow,
they're chasing here really hard.
That's a really nice frag just coming out there at the end. Bomb coming in on the med. See if we get the frag. Oh, the surf from Doge. Actually, Morpheus nearly got that shot off, but couldn't quite. It was really nice mid from Elo Assassins. I love how they played that. They just kept moving across the point whilst rotating one player up from high ground and keeping constant pressure on. There was just no real way for Intoxicated from where they were playing to contest that. They just couldn't get players. They were always just too low to really contest that high ground, and we're trying to keep playing from the slow ground, but we're spammed out constantly again from the high ground. So just really nice so far from Elo Assassins. Already moving in now, got that full Uber charge ready, taking down Kozkoa even before they'd had to force that Uber off. So really nice, being moving in now, converging on this entire blue squad. Sianaki down, going to be more moved down surely in just a second. Benjay is doing a decent amount of damage, but Morpheus down. Ohai and Bane get taken down by the sentry and by Benjay.
Why is Varna shooting the sentry with a cow mangler?
I don't really know. Does he not really know it doesn't do any damage?
What are you?
Because that actually might be a throw and a half. He will do so much. He still takes down Jash though, and that's going to be enough. I mean, if you can't kill the sentry, you can still kill the players, and that's fine. Nearly threw it a bit, but you know, just got it all together at the end.
Varna went huge that last push. Like, he got so many players killed, but just sitting there and shooting like the sentry, I'm sorry, Varna, you can't live that one down.
Look, it's fine if you do the charge shot, and then you can jump down to melee if you want, honestly. Yeah. But
I'm not sure if he knows or if he's just mind gaming the other team by doing it, because it's getting in my head, that's for sure. We see another mid from these two teams here. Good aggressive bomb here from Benjay, but not able to get anything with it, and he does go down.
Look at their positioning. The low ground is just deadly now. here for Intoxicated. They're all so low. Cosco and Moop actually do pick up some frags. Jash will go down, but I mean, Doge still alive. 2 players, Varna and Yule, left alive as well. Actually, that's a full wipe. Yule with some really nice pipes there at the end. I actually just missed that. That was, yeah, look again, the positioning was just so much better there for Elo Assassins. Just totally dominating, taking that high ground, not allowing Intoxicated any inch of space at all.
Dominance of the scouts is so obvious in this kind of a play, and we do see what. Okay, I was gonna say I was really worried there because I saw TJ up on sniper, and I'm like, they have full Uber, why are they sniping? But
it's TJ. He could pull it off,
I think he was
honestly.
switching between spawns, getting the double forward spawn, which is fair enough. We see the Uber kind of going to be coming in here from one door, most likely, just edging it out, seeing what they can get with it, seeing what picks they can get.
Oh, it was really nice there from Benjay. He actually forces the Uber and takes down Yule straight away. That's actually going to be a really ineffective Uber now for Elo Assassins, and the Sentry is still alive, plenty of health, getting healed up as well. And it looks like Vanna's left alone, totally caught out there above the point. So really nice hold. Benjay, very nice, forcing the Uber off nice and early.
We just see a crits on Cianiki here.
That's nice. This could actually be really nice. I don't think that Elo Assassin necessarily know about this. Literally taking this through the lobby area. Bomb coming in though, aggressive on the Moop. Does a decent amount of damage and forces the crits off as well. And Moop actually, oh, he gets sticky! What? Huge sticky there from Moop. Takes down Doge, takes down TJ, takes down Varna as well. Massive work from him. There's only 3 players left alive. Yule's really low. Though Ohai and Bane do pick up frags. Cosco and Morpheus down, but that should be enough. That should be a 2nd point secured now for Intoxicated.
Huge. And something to note now is, Cianiki didn't die in that fight, so he's still on the crits. They know he's still on the crits. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays into what we're going to see coming out.
I'm so
from,
surprised he actually got those frags. So they knew it the crits. They were backing out. It's just such a very nice sticky. Anyway, actually, Bane picks up Dash as well. Very nice bombing from him. And Cianiki just with those players, not expecting the bomb, gets totally isolated there once they die. So taken down as well. Only Morpheus and Cosco are left alive right now. And Morpheus quite low, trying to jump around onto the med, but doesn't quite get the timing right. Well, you see, it was a blind jump, so it's going to be tough no matter what.
That was going really well for Intox. But they just dropped the spaghetti all over the floor, pretty much.
They needed a scout with him. They had no way to deal with the bomb-in from Bane. If they have a scout with him, that's fine. That's a free frag, and they just keep pushing through. But Bane just destroyed that Demo and Soldier.
Yeah, we do see a big Uber advantage here for Doge. So we're going to expect him to be pushing it on as soon as he gets down. TJ does go down, so they're probably going to maybe wait here, possibly. Yule and Varna getting very aggressive, and they do Uber in through 4-door here. Seeing what they get the Sentry gun down straight away, so this is going to be a good Uber for them. When you get good post positioning here, they're already getting good time on the point here. But the players, spawners, are coming in for Intox, and Varna jumping in, trying to see what he can do, but gets denied straight away. And players are falling for Intox here, so this is going to be a
nice
good round
there at the end from Bane. That's going to be the round, yeah. Yeah, really nice again from Elo Assassins, just getting those frags early on with Uber, getting the Sentry as well, and then once that's all out of the way, just totally surrounding all of Intoxicated, yeah. I just want to see, I guess, what Bane does this mid. He's been really effective so far, just not necessarily doing damage, but just forcing Moop into terrible positions, so he does mess up his jump this time. It's not going to be that effective early on, at any rate. We actually see both scouts here from Intoxicated taking the high ground. Soldier as well. Morpheus. This is so far pretty good, but Morpheus taken down by Varna. Double Soldier Bomb doing work. Bane killing himself, but TJ will take down that Jash as well. So still play advantage here now for Elo Assassins. 2 more frags going the way. Varna takes down Benjay and Moop goes down. TJ takes down Cosco as well. It's only Cianiki left alive, caught out in choke, unable to do anything. It all went down so quickly there at the end for Intoxicated. They really didn't back out. Basically, once those kind of early frags started going the way of Elo Assassins, and they already had, I think, 2 players that were low as well, they should have just started backing out straight away. They just overstayed the welcome a bit too long, and Elo Assassins just dominated them after that.
Yeah, nothing surprising there, really. Comfortable mid from Elo Assassins, what we've seen this entire map. They should just be looking to push it in here, probably through 4-door again, and taking it around.
We actually see, we do see Cosco on heavy, Jash on NG, and Benjay going for a bit of a play. He will force the Uber off onto Doge. That was really nice from him, actually. So Uber very, again, ineffective so far for Elo Assassins moving into this last. Benjay's been very effective there. Cianiki go down to Yule. Move gets taken down by Bane as well. The Sentry and Morpheus go down to Yule's pipes, and it's only 2 layers left alive. Jash alive, but the point's been capped, and it's 4-0 now. Very, very effective. Very, very good push at the end there for Elo Assassins. The Uber not so good, but they got the positioning they needed out of it, and just forced players to come to them.
Yeah, we see Sieniki on crits. He was on crits for that last hold, and maybe he's running crits to mid this time. He almost had it on that last hold, but he ended up going down about 80%, so it didn't really work out too well for him. But he's on crits now this mid, so let's see what he can do with it.
Oh, Yule just destroying... Oh, wow, okay, and they...
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I guess then what happened... That's just underwhelming, I gotta say.
Well, guess who didn't wait 90 seconds for the casters, boys?
I mean, you don't even need to change the map. This is the second map.
Did they unbook the server or something? Or...
I don't know, man. Well, okay, so let's just cast it from not seeing it. Wow, Elo Assassins, amazing mid, totally wiping out Intoxicated, have that full Ubercharge ready, pushing into the last. Oh wow, they've capped it. Congratulations.
Wow, what a surprise to everyone
What an
involved.
amazing last round. Oh man, I can't believe we saw... There was incredible frags in that last round, just whoa.
Yeah.
Those are ones for the record books, honestly.
Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring it to you. I'm just going to blame Foslam, honestly. I feel like that's probably the most logical option. But anyway, we can't see the final rounds, but we can look at it. We can look at some stats.
We can do that. We can always look at some stats. Just get them up in a sec. Yeah. I mean, until then, I guess there isn't really all that much to talk about, to be perfectly honest. It was just plain dominance from Elo Assassins. That's pretty much what I expected coming out. I feel like Intoxicated actually had some really good notes on Badlands, but on process it was all Elo Assassins, just 100% of the time. Intoxicated had one chance of pushing to the last, if I recall correctly, and the rest of it was Elo Assassin's way. So very, very strong showing.
They had a few good pushes on to second, but just weren't really able to do anything with it. And I think that partly comes down to, as we're looking at the stats here, you know, just the soldiers and the demo doing much.
It's literally five classes, like all 5 fragging classes of Elo Assassins above all the classes of Intoxicated for damage. So that's just the story of it, really. I'm kind of confused. Yule just says what the fuck. So maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe okay. No, they did finish it. It was fine. Sounds like it might have been someone off Intoxicated that changed the map.
No, it's Foslam's fault. We already covered this, remember?
Of course. Sorry, my bad.
Don't worry, it's okay.
But I mean, again, looking at the frags as well, Varna, Bane, the frags are really well spread out, honestly, from Elo Assassins. There wasn't one player that I can single out that had like a spectacular performance or underwhelming performance. I think Ohai maybe considering he has 10 frags and like 4 of them were like some crazy sniper frags in the one round. You could say arguably that he didn't clean up very well, but you can't really, because that's just reading off stats, and there was nothing to clean up. There was everything was cleaned up by his team. It's one of those games where you look at the stats, and if anyone isn't doing well, it's just because his team is just done too well. Like no one anchored on Elo Assassins that map.
I would say, Smith, in a 5-0 map like that, I guess it's a moot point, or I guess you could also say it's a moot point.
You could say that.
Because, as you flagged before we went into the map, he really needed that support from his scouts, and it just felt like he didn't get that comfortable bum slap after the football game that he needed to help him get through the game.
Yeah, I mean, there was only so much we could talk about that last map. This map there's even less, honestly. Look at the deaths. I mean, Benjay, 14 deaths, Morpheus, 13 deaths. See, the soldiers, this map certainly struggled. Benjay certainly didn't have the impact he had on the last map. I'm a bit surprised. I mean, Sianaki, 9 deaths in the 5 rounds. He had a really tough time. He constantly had players all over him. It's just a tough game to play med, honestly. But I mean, we can see, I guess, how he did, just moving over to the medic stats now. And I mean, what? Sianaki only got 2 Ubers off and then 2 crits off, as opposed to Doge's 8 Ubers. He just kept dying. Moop with a 34% of the heals. I mean, I think that's fine, giving your demo a lot of heals in a map like Process. But then again, I feel like Cosco was 6%. Jash got more heals this time. I think that's fine. But I mean, realistically speaking, it didn't come down to heals per se. That wasn't that as much of a deciding factor this map as it was last map. It just came down to, in general, coordination. It came down to the mids. I mean, there were so many mids where Intoxicated just got totally rolled, totally wiped. Med died, everyone died, and it came down to just the way that Elo Assassins were playing it. What they do is they'd have Bane jump early, not bomb, just jump to get position. He would force move back. He would force some players to focus on him, and what that did was he opened up the entire rest of the high ground for his team, and then his team would move forward with someone on the high ground and keep pressuring. So it came down to Bane on those early jumps, just doing a lot of work and opening up the rest of the map for his team. And I really feel like in that kind of position, for Intoxicated, instead of just constantly getting baited in by Bane, what they needed to do was then try to do the reverse, try to mirror it, try to force the map on the other side of to where Bane is, as opposed to trying to fall into the trap and sending a couple players to try and pick off Bane, who then just jumps away, and then suddenly you're separated and you've got no map control whatsoever.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think coming back to your previous point though, just for a second about Moop getting that bulk of the heals. I think he did the work to justify it, honestly.
Exactly.
I think he did, he was, probably the standout player for their team on both maps. I think Benjay did some really solid work as well. He often had a few situations where he really shone, especially on Badlands. But on definitely. This map as well, I think Moop was probably the standout player for them. I agree with what you're saying about Bane. I think he did really well. I think when I was looking at Bane's play over the series of the two maps, I wasn't necessarily impressed by his DM fragging, because we knew coming into it that he would outweigh, the one team would outweigh the other quite considerably. I think what I was really impressed with was that every jump he did on the mid, he seemed to
he had a plan, I feel.
Yeah, he seemed really consistent. He didn't really have a hard time with that, as well as he played off health packs really well, and he played off played off heals very nicely. So
oh, and so the other thing I will say is that I feel like he really learned from his mistakes. There was that very first mid where the one mid where Intoxicated actually had a really strong showing, where Bane, he jumped in to sewer, and then Intoxicated just rolled through. He didn't do that again. He never tried that again because he knew that how Intoxicated would react, and instead he just tried to focus on putting pressure as opposed actual physical pressure as opposed to just potential threat pressure. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that just the space that he created, the way that he played, was really good. It felt like he always had a plan, as opposed to Intoxicated, where it felt like they were playing very reactive. They didn't really have much in terms of their own plans, and instead they kind of tried to wait and see what Elo Assassins would do and then try to play off that. Which, look, it can work. It can work if you're very coordinated and you all are able to react on a dime. But if you're not, if there's a bit of fuzziness there and you're not really all that sure, you just get torn apart, and that's what happened this map.
Yeah, I think I don't know. That's all I can really say about it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a 5-0. There's never really all that much to talk about. You can, as I said, I guess my advice then for Intoxicated going forward is try and play your own game. Think about don't just try to wait and see what the other team's going to do. Try to formulate a plan and go through with it, and then if things change, try to change it up, try to react, but don't just play reactively from the get-go, unless you know for a fact that X player is going to be going crazy aggressive, because that's what he always does. But even in that's still I guess the makings of a plan. So just have a plan and just get that coordination up better. Always try to have those players in positions where they can capitalize off other people's damage, because I felt like a lot of this game, particularly in the mids, there was a lot of times where people would do damage, but no one was in a position to clean it up. They were all stuck on low ground or too low themselves to do anything about it or whatnot. They just need to, I guess, work together better at focusing down players and being able to get into positions where they can do damage. But yeah, again, I guess that's kind of all we could talk about, and we won't actually have any interviews tonight. That's fine. We
don't need the ego boost on stream.
No, we definitely don't. But that's the final scores. Then were 5-1 Badlands and 5-0 Process to Elo Assassins. So that's going to be nice points on the board for them early. Obviously, Intoxicated are going to be coming out from this. I'm sure they expected to lose, but I'm sure they would have liked to have a bit of a better performance, particularly on Process. So we'll see how that goes for them later in the season. But yeah, so this was the first cast of the season for us at TF Live. Obviously showing off our new overlay additions and whatnot as well. So if you have any feedback on that, just chop up on the TFTV thread for this cast. Would love to hear what you have to think, whether you think it looked amazing, if you have a bit of advice, or if you think it looked like a gigantic steaming turd. Just let us know, and we'll happily take the advice on board.
Certainly.
Yeah, so obviously, as I think it was mentioned earlier, we're trying to get a cast out each week. So just keep tuned. Check out TF Live Twitter. I'm at Smithsonian. Oxy, I don't have your Twitter off the top of my head.
It's at right on, bro.
Right on, bro, and that's with a W-R-I-T-H-T.
I only shit post on there, dude. Don't go on there.
Yeah, give him a follow anyway if you like them.
Pictures of the bloody Neko Atsume cats I find, and just stupid like shit posts when I drink too much wine, so it's not worth following.
Yeah, and then obviously on cam as well, we had at Wiethoofd, lovely guy. Can't thank him enough for what he's him coming in helping produce for our scene, because obviously I guess the EU scene it's a mildly better time than it would be over for NA, but it's still obviously nice to have anyone who wants to help come on in. So shout out to him, and yeah, shout out to both teams for playing tonight. Shout out to you, Oxy, for casting.
Thank you. I think the only shout out I've got is shout out to Rebecca, a wife, a mother, a legacy. I love you. And that's all from me. And I'm assuming a shout out to Whitelist TF from Wiethoofd. I think you might have mentioned it. If not, shout out to Whitelist.tf from Wiethoofd. And aside from that, we have been me and Oxy and Smith casting, Wiethoofd on production, and this has been Ozwatch's round 1 premiere game between Elo Assassins and Intoxicated. Thank you for joining us, and keep an eye out for some games in the coming weeks. We'll be doing hopefully 1 Prem game a week, so keep your eyes peeled and your ears cocked, because there'll be some more Australian TF2 coming to your Twitch channel soon.